Hello there. This is Jose from my bunkers in northern New Jersey, coming out of the hills of Bradford County. There's been a lot of talk about how North Korea, or should I say Jung Il, has donated $500,000 to Japan for their efforts, or their cleanup efforts, humanitarian aid for Japan as a result of their tsunami, earthquake, and nuclear contamination. I think it's kind of interesting that we have troops in Libya, or we are supporting troops in Libya to overthrow Gaddafi. We spent $1 million a cruise missile, and I think we're between 200 and 300 cruise missiles that we've launched at Qaddafi. And here's a piddling $500,000 going from Jung Il to Japan, allegedly. The point of the matter is North Koreans are starving to death. We have all kinds of people trying to help North Korea as they continue to try to create a nuclear arsenal up there and to export that technology to other countries. In fact, they were trying to get Qaddafi in Iraq. They're trying to help them out, selling them their technology. Apparently, I think the Israelis screwed up their computers with some sort of virus that'll set them back a bit. I don't know how valid that is, but in any event, it's very, very strange that the Israelis have had to hire 50,000 mercenaries to compensate for the fact that Mr. Obama is trying to overthrow Qaddafi, and essentially helping out Al-Qaeda connected troops. Now we have people and soldiers dying, maimed, risking their lives in Afghanistan, fighting the Taliban and Al-Qaeda over there, and yet we're asking them to die, give up their lives, get maimed, lose their arms and legs, and yet Obama, for whatever reason, is pushing to take out Qaddafi when Qaddafi has no, what should I say? He doesn't represent a risk to the United States. He did this without going to Congress, without asking permission, and he had an act of war against another country, and no one seems to be saying anything. It's totally amazing. And had this been Bush, oh my God, you would have had people picketing, screaming, yelling. There's something going on here with the media. If you can't see it by now, you're either totally brain dead. You have to see that there's nothing. I mean, the fact that the Israelis are forced to hire 50,000 troops to help Gaddafi should tell you something. Do you see this in the news? Do you see this in the news at all? I mean, unbelievable. If anything, the Israelis should be proud of it, because they're doing something to undo what this treacherous president, I call him Chairman Obama, I don't call him President Obama anymore, and I call all his followers comrades, because that's essentially what most of them are. To hear a pro-Obama person even come up with anything negative about Obama, it's almost like they have a chip in their brain, and they're afraid it's gonna explode and kill them if they say anything bad about Obama. It's almost like, the reason why I mentioned Chairman, there was a time when Chairman Mao was alive that no one would say anything bad about the Chairman Mao. You couldn't. I mean, he was a saint. He could do no wrong, and this is the attitude of some of these Obama supporters. I mean, something locks up in their brain, and it's totally amazing. They want to shut down any news that brings us anything about Obama that they don't like to hear. I was very critical of George Bush. I've been critical of most presidents. In retrospect, there's certain things about Ronald Reagan that are a little suspect. How he placated certain people on the FDA and allowed a lot of crap to come into our food system. But overall, at least I felt good about Ronnie Reagan. And he didn't listen to his advisors. He did what was in his heart. Anyhow, getting back to North Korea, we have agencies that are trying to bring food for starving people. So instead of spending $1 million a pop on missiles to take out Qaddafi, why don't we spend a few $1,000,000 to feed the North Koreans with the proviso that they overthrow that son of a bitch Jung Il. Right now, the people don't have enough energy to overthrow this bastard. The Kennedys placated him. All you have to do is see what they did. He said, listen, I won't develop my nuclear weapons unless if you give us money. So they gave him money, so he developed the weapons. It's freaking believable what the Clintons did. Of course, Bill Clinton totally destroyed Haiti by bringing in subsidized rice, 40%. It was subsidized 40% with your tax money, and caused all the farmers in Haiti to be starved out. They left in boats, died, and then he has the nerve, the audacity, him and Bush, to ask us for money to undo what these bastards did down in Haiti. But it goes on, and you people are mostly clueless. Very few of you will write a letter to the editor. It's something that I guess we're lemmings by nature, and maybe the Taliban and the Al Qaeda deserves to take us over because we don't have the will to do anything. We are just sitting around and turning the cheek, being good Christians, turning the other cheek. Well, the Israelis aren't turning the other cheek. They understand how serious this is. This is life and death, and they don't want to be on the death side of this thing. And yes, they have been messy. They've killed a lot of innocent Palestinians. Even when they went into Israel and created that state, they killed a lot of innocent Palestinians. They did what the Germans did to them. There should be some sort of apology from Israel, I think, for doing that, and we set them up to do it. But the fact of the matter is they're there. Whether you like them or not, Israel exists. They're there. They're not going to go away. And they have served us in terms of dealing with Iraq on their nuclear reactor, which we didn't have the balls to do anything about. They went in there and risked their pilots. And at this point in time, if it comes to trusting Chairman Obama or the Israelis, I would trust Israel as to what's good for ultimately the United States in this case, because they know that it's getting really ugly over there. And Obama, call him a Muslim or not, he has been doing some very, very strange things. He's like the Manchurian Candidate. He has been programmed, or whatever the heck it is. He's lied about Bill Ayers. Bill Ayers apparently wrote his book. You get that? You can go to the internet and listen to Obama talk about Bill Ayers. Oh, I kind of was on a committee with him. Hardly knew the guy. Yeah, he did some bad things, but all you got to do is look into Obama and Bill Ayers. Bill Ayers is saying now he wrote his book, which means that one of them's lying, and I'd trust this terrorist Bill Ayers more than I would the President of the United States. In fact, we found this out because Bill Ayers was speaking at Montclair State University. How's that? You go to try to speak at Montclair State University. I understand it was a total fiasco for him. I think there are more protesters than there are people wanting to listen to him. But at least he's coming clean. I mean, that shows some redeeming, factors here. But $500,000 from North Korea to Japan, that's very sweet, that's very nice, but feed your own people. Jung Il, feed your own people. They're starving to death. And maybe that's a good policy because they're so weak and so they have so much malnutrition down there that they can't even raise a hand to stand erect to take you out. But no, Obama doesn't want to take him out. My God, no, hell no. And we can't really because of China. They're close to China. China's not going to let us do anything. China owns us. We let that happen. And you people keep on buying Chinese crap. And you keep on At least admit there's a problem, but you won't even admit there's a problem. Everybody's, oh, it's good, we're getting cheap sneakers. Well, when we don't have jobs here, you won't have to worry about buying cheap sneakers because you won't be able to afford anything. And they're going to have us for lunch. They're going to go into Taiwan. It's a real mess. It's a real mess. So to my shout out to Israel, I thank you for your 50,000 troops trying to stop what our crazy president is trying to do. I have no love for Gaddafi, but like you, I think you realize that what's going on in that whole region there is totally insane. Mubarak was our ally. We threw him out like he's a piece of garbage. He risked his life to go into Iraq with us. Saddam Hussein threatened his life, told him he was a dead man. And when Mubarak looked at the camera, and when the media asked him, what do you think about that? And he said, well, no one lives forever. And so that's the kind of guy he was. Meanwhile, Obama's in Brazil giving them money to drill oil there, but we can't drill oil here. I mean, this whole thing, I just wish the media would use 1/10 of the energy they use to destroy Bush and give Bush a hard time and give Obama the same type of scrutiny, but they won't. They won't. And it all comes down to the fact that the people are really trained to think that when they get one party in, everything's going to be great, and when they get the other party out, they think everything's great. And that's just, they're all working for the same people, in case you haven't noticed it. We haven't gotten to where we are right now by having one party really much better than the other party. It's like good cop, bad cop, and that seems to be the way it is. Well, let's see, get my cat, say hello to Jerry. Oh, Jerry. This is my wonderful Jerry who was lost. And I'm so glad to have him back. He might grow up as under the influence of Al Qaeda or join the jihad. Who knows what this cat will do? I don't know if he's really patriotic. He hasn't pledged allegiance or anything like that. But he's a good cat. Very good cat. And I'm glad he's back after that being lost. Okay, Jerry. We're going to finish this up. Once again, to update this, that North Korea needs to take care of its own people. Obama needs to stop wasting our money with cruise missiles and take care of our economy and make jobs here and get the EPA off the back of many, many companies and stop making it less advantageous for U.S. companies to compete. Also, GE. Make sure GE pays some taxes. How about that? Would that be nice? Your buddy, your campaign supporter, Mr. Obama, have GE pay some taxes. You're a total hypocrite, Mr. President. It's really a shame. It's really a shame. You lied to get in. You lied about health care to get in. You said you're against mandatory health insurance, and now you wanna fine me and put me in jail. Anyhow. I'm glad I'm 63. I couldn't take too much more of this crap. I feel sorry for the young people. Okay, have a good day and eat your greens. As long as they're not from Japan and contain nuclear radiation. Bye.